Have you ever been in a relationship where you felt more like a prisoner than a partner? Let's dive into today's story. My name is Lila and I'm 22. And honestly, I'm exhausted from being labeled the bad guy in this whole mess. People keep acting like I'm some heartless villain for wanting something so simple. A life. It's like no one remembers what it's like to be young and crave freedom. I was dating Ethan. He's 25, but sometimes I swear he acts like he's 65. We'd been together nearly 2 years, sharing this cramped apartment where he complained about money constantly. Yet, every time I mentioned going out or making plans, it turned into some exhausting debate. I work in a bustling restaurant downtown. The stress is non-stop. So when my coworker Lily invited the team out to celebrate her birthday, I was beyond excited. Finally, a chance to unwind. But Ethan, he didn't see it that way. He's got this boring office job and comes home every night drained, refusing to do anything fun anymore. The moment I brought up Lily's birthday dinner, his face changed instantly. That same look I'd seen too many times, the one where he acts like I've just confessed to some outrageous crime. Then came the questions. Who's going? Where exactly? What time will you be back? Honestly, sometimes it felt like I was dating my dad instead of a boyfriend. I assured him it was just co-workers grabbing dinner and a couple drinks. Nothing wild. Still, he couldn't let it go, throwing in passive-aggressive comments about how we'd been arguing more lately. Well, of course we had. He'd become possessive and dull. I was tired of him making me feel like the bad guy for wanting to live. He finally gave me the reluctant permission to go, but his sour mood hung in the air. You'd think I had asked him for a hall pass to cheat. That night I spent extra time getting ready. Hair done, makeup perfect, slipping into a new dress that made me feel confident. Honestly, it had been forever since I'd felt pretty. Ethan barely glanced at me, only muttering, "Don't forget your curfew." When I arrived at the restaurant, the mood was completely different. Everyone was buzzing with excitement. There were about 8 of us, including a new guy from work, Liam. He's younger, just turned 20, but has this magnetic energy. He's funny, charming, and always makes shifts fly by. Ethan kept texting me during dinner. I shot back a polite, "Everything's good," but I wasn't about to be glued to my phone all night. After dinner, Lily suggested hitting a new nightclub nearby. I hesitated for a split second. But honestly, this was the kind of night I needed. Inside the club, the music was loud, the lights were dazzling, and the energy was electric. I couldn't remember the last time I'd felt so alive. We danced, laughed, celebrated Lily's birthday. I ordered a drink, then another. Felt good to finally let go. Liam was especially sweet that night, making sure everyone was having a blast, buying rounds of shots and hyping up the group. Every time I looked up, there he was, smiling at me, pulling me to the dance floor. And for the first time in months I felt noticed. I kept ignoring Ethan's texts, knowing they'd just kill the vibe. I wasn't doing anything wrong, I was just dancing with friends and enjoying myself. Liam made me laugh, complimented my dancing, and made me feel attractive again, something Ethan hadn't done in ages. I lost track of time. Before I knew it, it was well past 2 a.m., the curfew I'd promised. But the night was going so well, I wasn't about to leave. Everyone was still dancing, and Liam and I kept ending up next to each other. There was a spark, sure, but it wasn't like I planned it. Just happened naturally. Around 4 a.m., when the club closed, we all headed to a 24-hour diner nearby. Liam slid into the booth beside me, still making me laugh with his ridiculous stories. We talked about everything, work, dreams, life, and it reminded me what it felt like to be heard. Ethan and I hadn't had a real conversation in months. When I finally stumbled through the door at 5 a.m., definitely more tipsy than I'd planned, Ethan was waiting. Furious. He immediately launched into questions, his face twisted with anger. But I was too tired and drunk to deal with it. I ended up puking in the bathroom before passing out on the couch, still in my dress from the night before. The next morning was brutal. I was hungover, but still riding the high from the fun I'd had. Ethan is cold. He refused to speak to me, ignoring every word I said. Later we argued again. He accused me of being selfish, reckless, even unfaithful. I confessed that Liam had been flirty and a little handsy on the dance floor, but I framed it carefully. I told him I hadn't encouraged it, that it just happened, and I wanted to be honest. Instead of appreciating my honesty, Ethan lost it. He claimed I'd crossed the line, called me dishonest, and said he couldn't trust me anymore. He put me on probation, saying I had to earn his trust back. Felt ridiculous, like I was being treated like a child for daring to have fun. But here's the kicker: 3 weeks later everything blew up. Ethan found messages between Liam and me. Nothing scandalous, just friendly chats and a couple of casual coffee meetups during lunch. But then Lily, the same Lily whose birthday started all this, stabbed me in the back. Guilt-ridden, she spilled everything to Ethan. She told him I'd been the one chasing Liam that night, that I'd been bad-mouthing Ethan to our co-workers, that I was all over Liam at the club. Ethan believed every word. He dumped me on the spot, told me to move out by the end of the week, and blocked me everywhere. No chance to explain. No room for my side of the story. Liam. He vanished too. As soon as I was single, he moved on to another girl at work like nothing had ever happened. I was left alone, humiliated, back at my parents' house with my life in shambles. Meanwhile, Ethan moved on quickly, dating some quiet, shy girl from his office within weeks. Apparently he's thriving now, happier than ever, while I'm the crazy ex no one wants to be around. My entire social circle crumbled. People whispered, judged, and treated me like I was some toxic disaster. I tried chasing that feeling I had that night. Fun, freedom, attention, but it never lasted. Just left me emptier each time. Eventually, I packed my bags and moved to Phoenix, hoping to finally start fresh and leave the ghost of that night behind.